The Commonwealth of Virginia goes after a real estate agent for expressing their religious faith. You know, on What's Next, it's kind of unimaginable what happens next and what we talk about next. In this case, our client was a real estate agent who is licensed by a state board, just like I'm licensed as an attorney, just like your doctor's license, your plumber has a license, your electrician has a license, but then they work for an employer, and their employer sets the standards for what speech they use. That's what was so sick about what Virginia did in this case. Our client was a real estate agent whose client was going to buy a piece of property. The seller pulled out, thought that the person did this because when they finally met them in person and found out who they were, that they pulled out of the deal to sell them the property because of their race. So the Virginia Real Estate Board has a process where a real estate agent can file a complaint with the board saying, I have a buyer, and they believe they were discriminated against, which would violate Virginia's law on discrimination, fair housing law. That's how the Virginia Real Estate Board decided to go after the agent. And why do they go after her? Because of what's in her email, not what's in the complaint. You know, she's representing her client, but in the tagline of her email, at the signature part, it says, Jesus loves you. And then they see on her website, oh my, John 3:16. So this is what Virginia did. They ordered her to remove all religious text from her emails, from her website. They ordered her real estate company that she worked for as an agent to monitor all of her communications to see if there was any religious text within them, or if she tried to do anything, that they report her back to the Virginia Real Estate Board. And by the way, it didn't just stop with her. They should also start randomly monitoring other people while they always monitor her. Well, when her company, which by the way, shame on them, decided to go along with this and not stand up for her rights and to actually surveil their employees this way, not just her. She would always be surveilled for the rest of her time in employment. She's got to make that choice. Do I really let them monitor all of my communications, or do I just go somewhere else? I will let you know. She decided ultimately she got employment somewhere else, and guess what? They're allowing her to put those messages up. But there's that concern that the board is going to keep coming after now other real estate agents. This is absurd, so we're fighting back. We're preparing a lawsuit. Are they going to be able to tell me I can't talk about religious speech because I'm a licensed attorney, but I work for the ACLJ? That's what's happened here. We're going to make sure that no one else has to make that decision again, because this client was brave. But if you're ever in a situation like this, know that we're here to represent you, and we're not going to charge you. All you have to do is go to aclj.org/help. If you think you're being discriminated against because of your faith, and it just seems wrong what's happening to you, then you go to aclj.org/help if you believe something like this is or has happened to you.